Hey, I hope you're living a great day and that you are living in the fullness of all that God has for you. I woke up this morning with just a simple word that I felt like the Lord would have me share with you today. And it was kind of a word of correction. It was no more hesitation. Now, that's not a condemning word. It is a word of empowerment because when we take God at His word and obey and react to His word in a positive way, that word that He gives us will begin to flourish in our life, and we will see the manifestation of His promise in our life. You know, just because God has promised something doesn't necessarily mean that it will take place. For example, God promised the Israelites that they would inhabit this vast territory and they would take it and give glory to God and become a nation that would point to Jehovah God. We know that out of the 2 million people that left Egypt, only 2 men entered into that promised land. That's unfathomable. And yet, I know it happened because there was hesitation in the hearts of those that had been set free. I believe that you've been set free for a purpose, for greatness, and God does not want you to hesitate in pursuing the promise that He has for your life. Hesitation brings about doubt, and hesitation brings about delay. And those two things combined can squelch any promise of God. The Bible tells us in James that if we doubt, we are like the waves of the sea that are tossed about by the wind. And it calls those kind of people double-minded. And it says a double-minded man will not inherit the promise of God. I want to make sure that my thinking does not counteract the thoughts that God has for my life. I want every thought in my head to be consistent with the thoughts that He has for my life. When we doubt, we also delay because we think, well, I'm going to wait on this a little bit and see. Do you realize that delayed obedience is disobedience? Because not only does God ask us to do something, He gives us an appointed time to do that. So if we hesitate and delay what God is telling us to do, really we won't see the fulfillment the way that God would want it to happen in and through our lives. So I want to encourage you today to stop hesitating, to trust God at His word, and act so that you can have a life of impact. God bless you.